A Safe Haven is a social and economic development model which is really a very innovative, integrated approach to solving the issues of homelessness and poverty. And by doing that, we are literally looking to not only transform lives for individuals and taking them from homelessness to self-sufficiency in a sustainable way, but we're also making an impact in the communities where our programs exist in terms of taking maybe abandoned properties and converting them into the crown jewel of the community that, you know, becomes a destination, you know, building for people that they really want to live in. I went to college at Loyola University. I met my husband Brian at Loyola University, and the two of us, you know, became friends, and over the years that friendship turned into, you know, a marriage. And we had a personal setback, you know, in our lives with an issue of alcoholism where we had to go out and get some help. And fortunately for us, we had established our business career in the financial industry as investment advisors, and had been, you know, financially successful, and were, you know, in the process of really pursuing the American dream when this happened to us. So we felt, you know, due to our good fortune that we should do something and give back. So we started to buy properties in the early 90s and converting them into beautiful buildings, and decided that we would take some time out and maybe a year, you know, and help some people along the way and make these buildings available to individuals that maybe are suffering from issues like drug and alcohol addiction and want to get their lives back together, but need a place that's really conducive and very supportive to helping them do that. And then, you know, here we are, fast forward 17 years later, we've left our financial business to pursue the idea of creating what we think is a vertically integrated approach that connects the dots with for-profit, non-for-profit, private, and public funding to really create a seamless continuum of care for people that are in crisis. Everybody's unique, being able to personalize a plan for everybody that comes through our programs so that for them, they have an opportunity to solve the reason why they're in crisis, if it's for the first time or if it's chronic, get them connected to the right job training programs and treatment programs or education programs, whatever is necessary to solve that, then connecting them to employers and ultimately permanent housing. As we started to develop our model, people from the industry started to hear about what we were doing. And for them, it was the answer to what they faced in terms of the challenges. If you come from a field of working in job training programs, you were always frustrated with the fact that you can help someone with a job training program, but you can't help them with their housing. And here was a program that helped someone with their housing and helped them with job training. The unique challenges that we face in starting what I call our social economic development model, addressing the issues of poverty and homelessness, is really the stigma that's associated with the issue. You know, we're working with adults. You know, we're working with adults that maybe, first of all, may have made some mistakes in their lives, and as a society, we've kind of written them off. You know, and what our program proves is that, you know, we've had people come through our program that have been in and out of prison for 20 years. And once a judge mandates them to our programs, they come here like magic. They're all of a sudden not going back into the prison system. Guess what? It's been drug and alcohol addiction all along. So we solved that problem for them. The two challenges that we faced when we started A Safe Haven is that we saw a tremendous amount of success, a tremendous amount of enthusiasm from people coming out of our programs, you know, having put together 3 months, 6 months, you know, having, you know, the presence of mind to really start to re-engage back into society and go back to work and, you know, get their own place to live. And unfortunately, they saw a lot of barriers, you know, and one of them is permanent employment. You know, if you have a bad credit history, if you have an incarceration history, which a lot of times people do in our programs, odds are they weren't going to get the job. So we were forced really to look at our options, and when the idea came up of creating some businesses, we jumped at the chance, because if we can create businesses that provide not only job training but permanent employment, for people, then we're helping solve our problem, and then we're also creating businesses that become sustainable, in terms of, paying for themselves, becoming viable, profitable businesses, and filling a huge need in terms of creating jobs for people that earned a second chance. So a couple of examples, of businesses that we have is, first of all, we have a landscaping company that is, the work that we do is very well known and very famous, and that is on Michigan Avenue. You see a lot of those beautiful medians on Michigan Avenue that, are big tourist attractions, and we also have the rooftop at City Hall, and we do a lot of that work, which are the marquee projects in landscaping for the city of Chicago. But what most people don't know is the best kept secret is the fact that the people that do that work are people from our job training program. The advantage to owning our own businesses is that we are able to really focus our time on what we think is tremendous priority, not only for us personally, but the need really transcends Brian and me personally. It's a really big picture, issue for all of us to be concerned about, and all of us to think about what we can do to help. So not everybody has this, but fortunately for Brian and I, we have it, and that is that we're very, very lucky in that the business that we're involved in provides, not only, the ability for us to provide for our family, but also an emotional paycheck, and that it's extremely rewarding work. The only disadvantage, I would say, is that, for us it's 24/7 and you never turn it off, but when you're passionate about something and you love something and, you just have, your mind never stops thinking about, ways to do more and do it better. I would say, creative.